Don't you love it when a great game you just cannot get enough of releases a big, sweet new bit of content?
Oh, for sure. You know what I always say, Gem?
Is it something about eggs? It's usually about eggs.
It can be. Egg cups, Cuphead. Eggs are delicious, the delicious last course, which is what we're going to talk about now. Yes, Cuphead, that devilishly difficult action platformer with those 1930s cartoony graphics has finally got its long-awaited DLC expansion.
This expansion takes us to a whole new aisle, where you'll meet the new playable character, Miss Chalice, as well as find a brand new set of 5 spectacularly animated bosses, plus another special set of bosses you have to defeat purely by parrying, as well as a couple of new weapons and charms too, plus a little secret quest.
It isn't a heap of new content, really, and it'll only take a few hours to see most of it. But I think it's a case of quality over quantity. And Miss Chalice is an absolute game changer. Literally. Cuphead is an infamously difficult game, but Miss Chalice has a few super handy moves that can make the whole thing a lot more approachable. She's got a double jump, which saved my bacon every few seconds, a handy invincible slide, and she can parry with a dash, which is much easier to pull off than Cuphead's parry. She also gets an extra hit point and has a super move that can give you a shield mid-battle.
Oh yeah, it's great to have her as an option for tackling the many brutally difficult bosses.
Here's a real high-class bout. And begin!
You can use her and everything in the DLC in the main game, which I found made the whole thing just a lot more fun and less frustrating to play. But they also cater to the super skilled Cuphead players out there, with a new charm and expert difficulty option for the new bosses that will give you more than a bit of that classic hair-tearing, rage-inducing difficulty fix, if that's your thing.
I think that's what this DLC does best. It just adds to more of what made Cuphead great, giving us more of those beautiful bosses and more options to tweak the difficulty, which will ultimately let more people soak in all those amazing animations or show off their ridiculous skills. It just makes an already perfect game even perfecter. So I'm giving Cuphead the delicious last course 5 out of 5 rubber chickens with a cherry on top.
It's gotta be a 5 from me as well. But Cuphead isn't the only game that's gotten a big expansion. Forza Horizon 5 has traded in the realistic Mexican countryside for the plastic fantastic fantasy of Hot Wheels.
Yes, the Forza Horizon Festival is taking on Hot Wheels for a second time. After heading to a new event, you're literally launched up into a theme park-like world in the sky, where super-sized Hot Wheels tracks crisscross the land like some sort of plastic roller coaster track.
Welcome to Hot Wheels Park! While the roads may twist and turn and loop-de-loop all over the place, the gameplay is still pretty classic Forza Horizon. You'll drive around to find races, stunts, collectibles, and all sorts of special events to engage with at your leisure. Got another event set up, each rewarding some Hot Wheels tokens that will eventually level you up, letting you access more activities and faster cars. I particularly enjoyed the new story, which walks you through the history of Hot Wheels too.
He saw the toy cars his son played with and thought to himself, I could make something better.
The Forza Horizon series has always been a blend of simulation and arcade racing, but I think it's pretty easy to tell which side of the coin this expansion falls on. The arcadiness of the racing is dialed all the way up, with any sort of realism going right out the window.
Which I am all about. I'll take being catapulted over plastic roller coasters in the sky with life-size toy cars over piddling around some backstreet in a hatchback any day of the week. But I do appreciate those more realistic physics are still ticking away under the hood. You can feel gravity pulling at your car if you don't take a steep turn fast enough. And somehow it does actually feel like driving on plastic, or at least what I imagine it would. There's also now a much wider variety of different track types too, like magnetic sections, icy bits, water flumes, and more to help add some variety to the long stretches of plastic road.
This definitely focuses a lot more on being a racing game, but I kind of miss the relaxed exploration that you normally get in a Forza Horizon game. It is absolutely stunning to look at, though, and I loved that they have these distinct biomes with different weather, but I just never really got that sense of discovering new places. And at times, I felt a bit too confined to the tracks, missing the ability to just hoon off into the bushes.
I know what you mean, but I actually think that's kind of a good thing in a way. This offers a distinctly different experience to the main game, rather than just more of the same. And it cranks up all the silliness and speed and ridiculous racing by all the notches they can find. I had a blast with this, so I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5 rubber chickens.
It is a whole heap of silly racing fun, so I'm giving it 4 out of 5 rubber chickens. Gem, I think Jax is waiting for you at the Ask SP desk.
Oh, coming!